Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. About 3 years ago on my channel, I did a series of videos on all the modes of the major scale, the melodic minor scale, the harmonic minor scale, harmonic major scale, and the double harmonic major scale. And I wanted to revisit these because I have nicer recording gear here with a nicer camera and a better recording system. And I felt like I could do even a better job at explaining what these modes are and how to use them. The first mode I'd like to start with, as you could hear, was Lydian. The Lydian is the mode of the major scale. It's a fourth mode that has a raised fourth or sharp four in it. In the key of C major, you'd have C, D, E, F sharp, that's the sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. Now that sound of the sharp 4, or the Lydian sound, or the Lydian mode, can be best described by...
Probably how I feel, but that then relates to, say, a sharp 4. You say, wow, I mean, a sharp 4 gives a sense of hopefulness and rise, as opposed to a flat 2, which is a kind of a darker thing.
It can also be described as celestial or heavenly, if it's on piano, like that. That's the first chord from the old HBO show 6 Feet Under that Thomas Newman also wrote the theme of. It starts with an E flat, Lydian triad, E flat, A, B flat, 1 sharp 4 5. Let's check out some other examples of the Lydian mode or Lydian sound. This is a really common way to use Lydian, the way John Williams just did in the Jurassic Park theme. He plays dum bum 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 da 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 da. He has that B flat major in the trumpets, and then C major over B flat. That's your Lydian sound. Then it goes da 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 da. So G minor, F major, E flat major. So that second chord really gives that sharp 4 sound to it. Another great Lydian example is from the Erich Korngold Violin Concerto in D major. Now, Erich Korngold was a famous Hollywood film composer, and he wrote this concerto in 1945. Check it out. Right there. So you hear that. Then there's your raised fourth there. That's that sound, right? Once again, it has that otherworldly sound or heavenly. Even Beethoven used the Lydian mode in this little section of the Fifth Symphony, last movement. Check it out. Right there, when he's moving from C to D major, he's going right there. That sounds exactly like John Williams or Erich Korngold. Here's even a more extended use of Lydian. This is for an entire cue. This is from Thomas Newman's Lemony Snicket soundtrack. D Lydian. Right there. He goes D, A to G sharp, right? That's your Lydian. D Lydian. Beautiful. Probably the greatest use of Lydian, or my favorite use of Lydian, a Lydian chord or Lydian sound, is in Toy Story 3. I've actually done a video about this. It's a Randy Newman score. It's when the claw comes and saves the toys. I hope I didn't just ruin the movie for those of you that haven't seen it, but I cry when it happens. I admit it. I mean, I can't help it. The first time I heard it, I was watching the movie with my kids, and I couldn't believe the scene. It just blew me away. I remember saying to Dylan, "Hey, Dylan, what chord is that?" And he goes, "That's just E flat Lydian." And I said, "Play it." And he goes over to the piano and he plays that. Let's check it out. The chord is actually an E flat Lydian chord. There's a bunch of notes in it, or what the trumpets play, but it's over the fifth. It's over B flat, and then it resolves to D major, which is a really, really great resolution. But when you hear that choir within the whole orchestra, wah, it's so exciting. And once again, it's that heavenly sound, like Thomas Newman described. That's really a great description of Lydian. So when I was thinking about what are some other examples of Lydian, or maybe where a Lydian line is used, where it's not so overt, where you've got a Lydian triad like we just heard, something like that. Well, I thought, I'm sure that my good friend Tom Junkie XL Holkenborg has one. The first thing I pull up, Terminator theme, it plays this. Right there, it passes right on that D natural on the A flat major chord, right? And then down to F minor. Let's take a listen to it. Guitar players have been using sharp 4 sounds since the beginning of music, rock music especially. If you think of Stairway to Heaven. Right there, there's your C with your add 9 and sharp 11. Great example. Joe Satriani, Flying in a Blue Dream, all over. It's all the whole thing is Lydian. Steve Vai, all those guys use Lydian all the time. Here's one of my Instagram posts from a few weeks ago where I play over a C Lydian chord. So as you can see, there's many different ways you can use the Lydian sound or the Lydian mode. You can use it as a static chord. You can use it passing through in a line. You can use multiple Lydian sounds in a phrase. I wrote this little orchestral piece that's about, 30 seconds long or so, that's going to demonstrate using a few different Lydian sounds, and I'll put them on the screen. I'll play the Pro Tools session. I'll put them on the screen when they happen, and then we'll talk about them. So check it out. So the first time the Lydian sound happens, it's over a C major chord, but you hear this major 7th sound, and then I sneak it in. You hear that major 7 for a second, then all of a sudden that sharp 4 appears. Then I use a little bit later an E flat Lydian sound like this that resolves down. And then it goes to C, goes back to C Lydian. So I went E flat Lydian to C Lydian. That's called a modal modulation, or it could be modal interchange there. We're using two different Lydian sounds, but you can hear how they sound beautiful together, that third related sound of the Lydian. So Lydians can be used any way. Like I said, static chord. If you're going to play something like that, you can have a line like we had in Terminator in Junkie XL's score. You can have John Williams where he has the C major to D major over C. Many different ways to use this sound, but it is a great sound. As Thomas Newman described it, it gives you a sense of hopefulness or rise, or when it's in the high register, celestial or heavenly. That is the sound of Lydian. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're a first-time viewer, don't forget to ring the bell. If you're interested in the Beato book, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. You can find it there. That's how I support the channel. Buy a t-shirt, buy a mug. Follow me on Instagram at rickbeato1. The new Beato ear training program is out. Go to beatoeartraining.com and check out the introduction video. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks for watching.